What's up, YouTube? Back again with another little gun video. Today I got some revolvers out here. I've been getting a lot of comments here lately about revolvers. Folks saying they want to get into them. They don't know much about them. And I thought, hey, this is a perfect time to get in. Let's talk about them. Some do's and don'ts with some revolvers. Let's get in this video. All right, YouTube. I got my Rossi right here. This is my 877. I got my Smith & Wesson 686 Plus Deluxe model. Yes, this is a 7-shot. Now, some things that people say is don't dry fire your revolvers. See this hammer right here? This is a flat-faced hammer. There's the firing pin right there. It does not hurt to fire these new Smith & Wesson revolvers. This Rossi, on the other hand, has a firing pin on the hammer. Any revolver that you have, some of the older Smiths, Colts, things like that, will have the firing pin on the hammer. Those types of guns are the ones that you do not want to be dry firing, because you take a chance of breaking that firing pin off of that hammer. First thing you do whenever you get a used gun like this is you twist on the cylinder. You want to make sure that the cylinder is tight and locking up. Flicker open and look right here. These grooves need to be sharp and not gummed up. If you look inside right here, there's a bar inside this revolver. That's what turns those grooves. You can see the grooves right here on the Rossi, and on the inside you can actually see the bar. You want to make sure that your crane right here is smooth. Make sure it runs real smooth. You don't want it to be bent and binding up. If it's real hard to push out and stuff, somebody has bent the crane on it. You want it to be smooth. Smooth as butter when they eject. Next, you want to look at your lockup lug. That right there is what locks your cylinder in place. You want to make sure that isn't bent or wore down. If it is, they've been cowboying the cylinder. And the main thing about a revolver is to make sure that it's in time. You want to make sure it's in time. If you're wondering to yourself, what does in time mean with a revolver? That means that this cylinder right here lines up perfectly with that barrel. If it was out of time, that means that that cylinder right there might be off just a few millimeters. And just a few millimeters is just enough to make these go boom. How do you keep your revolver in good shape? Don't cowboy it. And by cowboy it, I mean like that, and slam her back. I'm not even going to do it in mine, Papa. Always do your cylinder release first. Always. Do your cylinder release, roll your cylinder out from the top. Push in, roll out from the top. That's making sure that plunger is fully engaged and you're not dragging that across the back end of your gun. Like that right there. There's just a few things to look for right there in your revolvers and a few things not to do with your revolvers. All right, YouTube, I'm finna get out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Maybe it was helpful. Maybe now, if you're in the market for a used revolver, that'll give you a few things to look for. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Before I get out of here, I'm going to let this old Rossi sing a few times. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Yee yee!